up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond back with my all new review of Love and Marriage DC. I know it's late, but bear with me, y'all. So, this episode was funny as hell towards the end. All right. So, we see all the couples. They arrive at Monique's house. They go on a party bus to head over to their vacation home, which was the same vacation home that the season 4 of Real Housewives of Potomac took their cast trip. And it's an iconic moment that when Wendy walked in, her bird, T'Challa, flew right into Wendy. Hilarious, right? So everybody gets on the bus. Monique told everybody that she invited Winter because she was referred to by the sex therapist and figured it would have made more sense to invite her. It really didn't though, Monique, but I know what you're doing because you feel like since nobody has brought anything on this show besides Winter, who isn't a main cast member, she wanted to worm this around to say, I could not invite her if I got referred to by the sex therapist. You really could have. Winter wouldn't have carried away. But at the same point in time, you have already included her into every single thing because since she's the only one bringing drama, bringing interest, nobody else has, you just want to keep that drama going, right? So she wants to be certain that I'm not trying to set nobody up. I'm just making certain, okay? And while inviting Winter on a couple's trip, and she's not in a couple, Chris invited Kevin. Don't know why, but it's giving production. It's giving let's cause drama. And considering the fact that neither one of them has seen each other in months, they're going through a divorce, right? So, Irena asked, are they together? She said no. He hasn't seen her since July and neither has she. And Quick talking about, that's not what he said. What do you mean that's not what he said? He said, I asked him, aren't y'all getting a divorce? He said, no, I'm still wearing my ring. I'm so happily married. That don't mean shit. Winter has never changed her story. She sent him the paperwork. He hasn't signed it. She wants to be done. So no matter what he says, because he has nothing to do with it. This man is in his own world about how he wants to be happily married, but Winter is done. But you don't want to give Winter the understanding because you want to be a sad, strange little man. So then Quick goes about the information that Kevin presented. The ebook that Winter wrote about them, and Monique said neither one of them wrote that book. That book was written about them. Chris thought Winter wrote that book. No. Now Quick is yelling, it's nothing but lies with them. Jamie is over the conversation. He's over talking about Kevin and Winter. He's blown away about the whole situation. He's not constantly talking about it, right? While he's not talking about it, he's not opposed to hearing it. He still wants to hear it. While Grumpy over here, one of the 7 dwarves, still wants to have so much to say about somebody that don't know. They don't want to know. Didn't they just say last episode, everything dies in winter, we don't care? So why do you care? So Irena wanted to tell Monique, you should let Winter know about what's going on. Since she's your friend, let her know about the possibility of her ex-husband coming. Because she doesn't want it to seem like she's being messy, put her in a bad situation, but then she wants them to have witnesses around. Excuse me. So, hearing that Chris invited Kevin, he wanted Kevin to get the opportunity to defend himself because it's been going around town that Kevin is a swindler, Kevin is a scammer, and he wanted him to defend himself, right? Quick has a lot to say and asks a question. Who do y'all believe? It's been nothing but lies for them, nothing but lies. Do you think they're getting a divorce? Monique replied and says they're getting a divorce. I've seen the paperwork. He's holding up the divorce and it's costing her more money. Quick wanted to know, who does she believe? She believes the paperwork because she's seen all the conversations, all the emails that Winter has had with him about getting through the divorce. Now, again, he believes Kevin, and he doesn't even know Kevin, but he has the mindset of a man who's done a whole lot of hurt to a woman, but will never check a man about what the hurt he's done to the woman. Because Monique has said, I've seen the conversations, I've seen the emails. Monique is defending Winter for the first time. How he's telling her the same thing. He hasn't been served the paperwork, but he responded to being served the papers. So it's like, what are you talking about? You say you weren't served, but you're responding about being served. So he's pretty much dragging it along, right? And Grumpy said in a nutshell, they're both liars. Monique said she's not lying. She is not lying. I'm happy that Monique defended her in this moment. Because at least you could have did. But now I want to understand is this. While you have never had a personal relationship with Winter, she's sure trusting and confiding in you enough to let her know what's been going on in her divorce with Kevin. How you can defend her in this moment to let her know. I've seen the emails. I've seen the conversation. This man is hurting her. So there's no way in hell how he can say he's still happily married when she is going through divorce, when she don't want to be with him. So Jamie says Kevin came off as believable with all of his information. And with Hearing what we've heard, who do you believe? Quick said he believes Kevin doesn't even know him because as a man, they'll never check another man on what they've done to hurt a woman. They'll never do that. So it didn't surprise me. Now Ashley don't like Winter. It's obvious, but we don't know why. But she feels like Kevin is a scammer. But she says she doesn't care. I cannot tell. So everybody's pretty much was going around talking about what if they get back together? How would that work? I don't think Monique liked that because she felt uncomfortable with them hearing it and saying that they might get back together. Sex therapists could work, but Monique said it might take more than a sex therapist for that relationship to work. But y'all shouldn't be laughing and talking about her relationship anyway. This is wrong to do. This woman's going through a very hard divorce, and y'all laughing about it because y'all already laughed about how she got in the situation to begin with. So they arrive at the getaway home. Monique has a box of goodies for everybody. And pretty much how everything has transpired in a couple of weeks, she wanted to give them some gag gifts. She gave Ashley and Quick fun-size Snickers. They laughing. She gave Arena and Jamie a flashing red light for him being called Red Light Special. He laughed. He was caught off guard, but he laughed about it. Now, Arena is carrying on the funniness of how being called a red light special because Monique is carrying on about the red light special and how it was worth it. But I found it funny how Arena, you're laughing that Monique presented y'all with a flashing red light, but you were all up in Winter's face asking if she was mentally fucked up, how I never married a man who had a baby on me, this and that and the third. So was it worth it? I just feel like you're not going to go against Monique right now because Monique carries more of a clout. She carries more of a name that you're not going to go against her. But I feel like if y'all were going to laugh about the nickname, then y'all shouldn't have gotten mad. Or especially you, Arena, you shouldn't have gotten mad. Monique even laughs at herself that she presented a ball gag because Chris wants her to stop talking. Right? So the men have a private conversation and the women have a private conversation. Now, ding dong, the sex therapist is here and so is Winter. Chris wanted Monique to get the door like he ain't got no legs. Get your ass up and answer the door. I can't stand that. I can't stand when the men are right next to the door and they just want the women to answer it. I'm not your fucking maid. Anyway. So Winter comes in looking beautiful. She has this gorgeous red wine hair, side part. We're not seeing her shaved side, but I have never not minded her shaved side. I enjoy seeing her shaved side. It was beautiful. All the hairstyle she had with it, I loved it. But seeing her in this light, beautiful hair, beautiful, 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 right? So she's not worried about the couples here. She's not worried about anything, but she is worried about her soon-to-be ex-husband coming. But all she can say is game on, right? So she announces that Winter is here. Arena and Ashley, they feel away. And I find it funny. Two women who don't even know Winter, never got a chance to know Winter, are bothered by her presence. Super bothered, right? So Arena hasn't seen Winter since she blew up on her and want to know why is she here. Because she was told to be here because you guys are boring. But she hopefully is hopeful that they can have a conversation and sit down. She don't have any issues with Ashley, but she knows that Arena, there's still some tension there. So they all about to have a session with the sex therapist. I think her name was Jasmine. And you see Cook and Ashley begging for attention, begging for somebody to pay attention to them about the whole fun size comment that Winter made. They kept on saying, do y'all want a fun size Snickers? I enjoy a fun size Snicker. You know what? Anybody want a fun size Snicker? Come bring a fun size Snicker. Winter is not giving it any energy. She's just saying, okay. Like, quit talking about I'm not offended by being called fun size. Are you sure? You're pretty much giving bother. You're pretty much giving offended. Then how? Does she see my bank account? Have she seen my third leg? No. Because I think you are mad that she calls you fun size because we cannot not look at you not being short. You are a short man. And what's up, mini-me? Like, I'm going to call you Grumpy from the Seven Little Dwarfs. Because you're grumpy right now. You're being bothered for no reason. So the sex therapist wants to know, I'm going to go one by one about what y'all going through, what y'all want to improve. So Quick and Ashley, they've been married for a long time, been together for a long time, and they want to change things up a bit, right? So he said the last few years it's been great, but it could get better. And he don't know if she's going through a phase or not. So hearing that she wants more sex than he's willing to give or willing to last, the therapist asked, are you in your early 40s? Ashley snapped at her and said, bitch, no. Then you see Monique falling all over the place laughing because as a sex therapist, she's recognizing and hearing and taking notes about how you want more sex and your husband cannot keep up. That's because a woman who reaches her early 40s has a higher increase in libido. But Monique wanted to defend Ashley's behavior and says, it's not just you, Winter. She's like this with everybody. That's not cute though, Monique. While having that type of direct and blunt personality, you're not going to always receive it as funny. You're not going to always receive it as, girl, that's just her. Because it's not going to be, that's just her. She will come across somebody that she can say whatever comes to her mind, and somebody can give her the same exact energy back, and she's not going to like it. So she has to realize that while you are being yourself, nobody can take that, but you do need to understand, not everybody is going to take that as funny, okay, cool. No. They go like, bitch, who the fuck you calling bitch? Like, that's what I'm saying though, Monique. Don't defend that, because that's not fucking cute, okay? And she wasn't coming at Ashley about her age, because aren't you or aren't you not in your early 40s though, Ashley? So she's making a note that you are reaching that age where your sex drive can get a little higher. And there's nothing wrong with being, asked, are you in your early 40s? 40 is a great age. 40 is a beautiful age. You can't even tell, okay? So you shouldn't be offended by someone asking you, are you in your early 40s? Okay? So Quick's talking about how he's giving it his all. You know what I'm saying? He is going the distance, okay? But she wants to last longer. So he goes into detail about how he's knocking out the box, he's banging the pussy up, spitting and all this type of stuff. I was like, okay, we don't need to know that. Then he says he can go 5 rounds. And when he's done, he goes to sleep, but she still wants more. So basically get him to the point where he can meet her at her speed. Now, I call lies. I call bullshit. Because you say you can go 5 rounds, but throughout this whole season, you can't even carve out a date night. You can't even carve out spending time with your children. You don't even carve out any time for yourself. But you can go 5 rounds in the bedroom? I call bullshit. I call bullshit on that. You know what I'm saying? I call it all. So basically, you're going to learn how to keep up, and you're going to learn how to, get your rocks off. So then we see Tasha and her husband. Now, their sex life has gone downhill because she is afraid of getting pregnant. So since he's not getting a vasectomy, she doesn't want to have any more children. They have resorted to wearing condoms. I wanted to know, is Tasha on birth control, or is Tasha not trying to go to the route of having birth control? Because birth control can affect our menstruals in a very hard way. I have been on the Nexplanon for over a year, and I definitely have had some complications with having this in my arm. I'm trying to get to the hang of it. I'm trying to understand what could be happening with my menstruals and my, anxiety and everything else. So I hear you. Like, does she not want to go through the complications of having birth control and resorting to him not getting a vasectomy? They're going towards the condom route. So I was like, oh wow. Now I'm not mad, because if I'm already at my limit of having children, I don't want no more surprises. So she's afraid of having sex at this point. So some conversation needs to be had, and some steps and some precautions needs to be made. A vasectomy is completely reversible. And I do not want her to make the decision to get her tubes tied, because that's even more of an issue. While that's reversible, that's still a lot for a woman to go through. So you can have a simple procedure, and we can still move forward with this, okay? So then we get to Irena and Jamie. They've been together for so long, married for 26, around for 30. And he feels like he's just as horny as he was when he was a teenager. For her, she's not the same. And they have lazy sex. He wants to give her head, but she finds it gross, and she's not really into oral pleasure. So he compared to their lack of intimacy as being brother and sister. I need a bucket. That makes no sense. That was weird. That was nasty. What type of ancestry is happening here? So basically, she's in the mindset of hurry up and get this over with because I'm tired. So what kind of sex are y'all having? Hurry up and get this over with? Does you not want him touching you? Because if you don't want him giving you head, then what do you do? Because, like, I just want to know, like, where does that work? Because she wanted intimacy. She wants to be more wooed, passion, romance on, right? And it's just kind of like, why did he go the route of brother and sister? What was going on in your mind with that? Then the therapist wanted to give him some tips, more intimacy, come up from behind, give her a kiss, maybe, take her in the shower, have a type of intimacy moment, make her feel desired, because she's not feeling sexy, okay? And start off with building up the anticipation of what's going to happen later in the evening, Give me that feel that we're about to get it on tonight. Give me that sense of like that desire, that sensuality, you know what I'm saying? And she doesn't want quickie. She wants more romance, right? So we get to Chris and Monique. They have great sex. She had to say they have great sex. And if they didn't have great sex, they wouldn't be married. But they've lost the lack of intimacy. And they have selfish sex, which means whoever climax first, that's the end of it. That is selfish. Because I feel like 9 times out of 10, he's getting his nut off and you're not. And that's terrible. And of course, she wants to be more emotionally in tune with him. Don't want it how it to be. Don't want how it is now. Want it how it used to be. She wants to be made love to. No more just bang, bang, bang. Shout out to John Witherspoon. R.I.P. She wants it to be more. While they have a great sex life, she wants it to be better. So Chris opens up about how he was 4 or 5 years old. He went to visit his relatives in New York City and he watched porn for the first time. And that's how he pretty much learned about sex from that aspect. And he did not learn about pleasing a woman or getting an understanding of how it is to please a woman because it's been about the male satisfaction of it. And of course, introduces sex books and everything. And he never knew the passion, he never knew the intimacy that came down to love making. And pretty much just getting to what he wants. And he learned from Monique how there's more to learn. There's more ways. And then apparently they got more connected last Valentine's Day because Monique was just imagining it all over again. She was like, oh my God, that was an amazing night. Wow. Okay. So in the confessional, they're having a fun time being goofy. He wanted to express how the night went, and all you can see is Monique saying, hey, flap it, snick it, rub it down, hey, booty popping, hey. I'm like, Monique, stop. It was so funny, but they had a really good night. It was dinner, they had conversations, and then they ended up in a nice night in the bedroom. It was a great night, okay? So, Winter wanted to say something, and Ashley asked her, did she have sex with a strange man? Because Winter left for a vacation. She left for Mexico and came back. She did not have sex with a strange man, okay? But it was a healing trip for her. And hearing and seeing everybody right now, I've made some sarcastic comments, especially towards your husbands, Jamie and Grumpy. And I really wanted to apologize. So while she's trying to apologize, Ashley wanted to make a note and a joke that you call my husband fun size. Do you want a fun size Snicker? She does not want a fun size Snicker. Ashley, you're dragging it out and it's not really that serious. So Chris was like, let the girl speak. And then Jamie said about the red light special thing. She said, no, I said it in sarcasm. I'm super sorry if it was offensive. I wasn't trying to come at anybody else's husbands. You were, Winter, but I'm not mad that you did. And because she was trying to apologize, she wasn't trying to call anybody else's husband out. She wasn't trying to do anything. I was being sarcastic, okay? Because she also is giving props about how beautiful this is. Seeing all these couples who've been together for a long time, talk about their issues, improve, being transparent, being honest. And that's so beautiful to see. And that's what I strive for in my next relationship. I want this. You know what I'm saying? And even though how I came off wasn't right and my sarcastic comments, I meant to make fun, but it did not come across great. So learning about herself and how I was pretty much a bad reflection of who I was. And I just wanted to apologize, okay? And I say this with respect. So she has expressed that she apologized for what she said and how she's been going through a lot and she took it out on them. So hearing that, she credits her friend for the sex therapist. It was a really great time, and I hope that everybody goes and have sex with their partners tonight. So hearing that Winter apologize, Ashley says that her apology was vague. It was generic. It was towards everybody. It wasn't real. It was lackluster. I just felt like, what is your problem? You got an apology, but you got mad about how you got the apology. At the end of the day, she apologized. Whether or not it's what you wanted it to be, you can't say she didn't. If you don't accept it, that's your problem, not hers. Ashley just wants to have an issue. While it could have been simple and done with because it wasn't directed towards you, it was towards your husband. But of course, since your husband is just as petty as you and wants to hold on to things, you're going to be like, we ain't giving it, we ain't accepting it because she don't exist. And it's just stupid. So we see the sex toys coming out. She has a vibrator that goes in the panties, and then there was a glass dildo. I've never used a glass dildo. And she said people find it really pleasurable. They put it in the freezer and then they use it. I don't want a glass dildo. I feel like that's gonna break and cut me. I don't know about that. So then after that, Arena pulls Winter to the side to have a conversation about what went wrong in the discussion. It was wrong for Arena to bring up her ex-husband. He had nothing to do with the situation and she wants to move past it. Winter agrees. I have a lot going on. And Arena believes that when she asked Winter, is she mentally fucked up? That was a legitimate question to ask because she's going through a lot. I said, no, Arena, it wasn't. While now you have heard her say, she's been going through a lot and she gave you an apology, you now want to now say, fuck, I cannot keep up with this any longer. I'm sorry. But I do believe that you meant how you meant it. You wanted to be mean. You wanted to be shady. So you weren't asking her how she was doing for real. You weren't. And she said, I'm doing fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much the mental, it's the emotional. I am dealing with emotional breakdown in the marriage. Because I'm still dealing with it. I am seeing a therapist, and right now I really want to be done with it. I'm trying to be done because I thought I fell in love with the man that I thought I fell in love with, but he wasn't the same person. And Arena told asked Winter, has Kevin tried to contact you? She said he's blocked. And if he is trying to contact me, I can't tell because he's blocked. Now, when Arena is talking again about how Kevin has told everybody that he has receipts, she said, okay, bring them on. I got nothing else to hide, bring them. And if he wanted to bring receipts, I could have brought my divorce papers because he still hasn't signed them. I could have brought a copy of them. Arena told Winter a whole lot about what's been going on based off of what Jamie has told her. How Kevin is making it seem as if Winter is making stuff up and she's saying all these lies about him. But she said, I'm divorcing him. He's not divorcing me. So you trying to call me out to be a liar, that you haven't scammed anybody, but you want to save your marriage. Make that make sense. And I'm not about to be married to no liar. So she said, I am a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. And I have the receipts to prove it. Arena gave Winter a little more empathy. And it's sad that she's dealing with this. So the food is ready. It's all downstairs. Since they didn't like the vegan food, they have a crab boil. Y'all can eat what y'all want to eat when Monique is not touching that food. And talking about how Arena did a crab boil because she don't cook. And Jamie wanted food, home cooked meals every 2 days. And I think that Monique said, I'm not about to do that. I did not sign up to be a housewife. And then Ashley gave a joke and said, but you kind of did sign up to be a housewife. Touche. And then Monique wanted to know what was the conversation that Arena and Winter have. Being messy, wanting to start drama is totally fine. We see what you're doing, but damn, Monique, you can keep this conversation private. No? Okay. So Arena appreciated that Winter apologized. Even though she felt like the apology wasn't toward them, she still accepted it. And Ashley said it wasn't a real apology. It was a generic apology that wasn't direct. It was all over the place. But since Arena understood it, she accepted it. But Ashley isn't accepting the apology. I'm not understanding why. So considering the fact that you don't like that Arena kept up with the bullshit of not accepting her apology, still wants to be mad over what? A nickname over what? So she wanted to create more drama about how since she apologized to Winter for being aggressive, I'm not about to be sitting here receiving an apology that wasn't even given towards me. But I felt like, what apology were you given? She didn't do nothing to you. She made a comment about your husband that you laughed about. So why do you feel like you need a direct apology when she kind of gave y'all one? So I think that Ashley don't like the fact that Winter apologized and that she used it to go through what she was going through. Okay, Anne, she recognized she was going through and she gave an apology. But so she doesn't want to deal with anybody who has an issue with me or issue with my husband. And I thought that we addressed everything at the table. And I asked her, was there anything else that we needed to talk about? And you said no. But hearing that there was more stuff added later. But then if you feel like more stuff was added, then I am sorry. But that whole thing wasn't my fault. That was in a one conversation setting that I had with Monique, and she decided to tell you guys later after we had that sit down. So Ashley really is not directing the energy towards Monique because it was Monique who took a conversation that she had with Winter. One conversation that she decided to hold out viable information that wasn't really information for her to tell about how she called their husbands nicknames. And if Monique felt like it was wrong for Winter to do that, she should have told Winter in that moment, but she didn't. So I just felt like Ashley Winter is apologizing again because she said that you gave my husband a degrading comment. But I said, wait a minute, were we not laughing all day about the fun size Snickers? You guys made a notice to constantly talk about the fun size Snicker comment, Ashley and Grumpy. So why are you now saying it's degrading? Is he or is he not short? It would have been degrading if anybody actually referred to him as someone super fucking short, like a midget, mini me. I'm calling him Grumpy from the Seven Dwarfs. But she called him DJ Fun Size, a play on words, which doesn't mean nothing if you laughed about it. But Winter said, I am being sarcastic based off of the heat that you gave me. Quick got in the conversation. I said, quick, shut up. Let your wife handle this. Stop trying to tag team somebody. Why are you tag teaming a woman? Why are you having all this smoke for a woman? And how she was lying. She wasn't lying. She came after y'all when y'all came for her. So now Monique wants to clear it up and say, Winter, express how you expressed it to me, how you were going through a lot. Tell me what you told me. I feel like she don't need to tell them shit. They're not going to believe her. They're not going to give her any understanding. They're going to still laugh at her, so no matter what she says. So Monique, you're not trying to do your best to help Winter out. You're leaving her out to defend herself. And then Winter ends up telling them, I have been dealing with a lot these past 8 months, and I've had built-up frustration from Kevin. That led to Ashley having more of a reason. So what you're going through with your scamming husband, you try to bring up my marriage. She didn't bring up your marriage, Ashley. Okay, she said the rumors, but you said it first. She called your husband a nickname. That was it. Y'all based off of one conversation that she had with Monique the beginning of the season, and it's been split the remainder of the season. One conversation that she had with her. Winter's not been going around talking about more shit about you and Quick. That's been you guys. Calling her a scammer, calling Kevin a scammer, like calling her Shade Side and all this type of shit. Like, you can miss me, okay? But Winter said, I never went after you. You went after me. I'm responding how you came after me. So the whole thing about how Winter opened about her life, about how her husband has scammed her, he's embezzled funds, that's the truth. Yes, I don't know what to do with it. So now it's pretty much a screaming match. Arena said, we don't have to be friends. Ashley told Arena to stop because I think she's mad that Arena did not keep up with the bullshit to still stay mad at Winter. But Arena said if her apology was enough for me, it was enough for me. But Arena flipped in the next second. Give it a minute. So a lot of back and forth, which is stupid. Then the whole rumor mill about how you heard rumors about my husband. How do you not know, said by Winter, when you the one who said you've heard rumors as well? Quick said it when he had dinner with the Samuels. They don't believe it. So why are y'all having so much smoke for somebody saying, I've heard them as well, but get mad that she's not saying what it was? Now, thanks to Jaylee's live, Jaylee's Corner, check her out. She said that Winter did a live about the episode and said, if you're going to come on the show and say you know something, have receipts. Otherwise, they're going to say that you were lying. But she never wanted to come out and say that she's heard about a rumor. She never did. She was being in retaliation. That's what anybody would do. So they made it seem as if that Winter was out of pocket for even saying that she's heard rumors as well, but don't want to say what they are. But I feel like if Ashley was the first one who said she's heard rumors as well, what makes a difference that Winter said it? And it made it seem as if that Winter was lying about hearing rumors as well, that I didn't like as well. Then it's like everybody's coming at her about what she's not saying. And I just feel like you guys have nothing else to do but come at somebody, because somebody else is pretty much is the star of the show. And y'all want to now put y'all input in. Y'all want to put y'all time in, but it's not working. And I really did not like that, okay? So they're all laughing at Winter. They're talking about how we don't have to see her, we don't have to be around her. But Ashley, I'm very critical with my words. If you say I don't have to see her, then how am I seeing her? I felt like this is some fucking stupid ass shit. This is bullying, in my opinion. How y'all got so mad over one person saying something about y'all man when y'all had so much to say about her. Nobody in this situation has a perfect relationship. Nobody. But considering the fact that Winter is so open about hers, y'all feel like, boom, we got it. Let's make certain that we keep her shit out so our shit don't get come out. And I don't find it funny. I really don't. And Winter is on an island by herself. Monique laughing at it, saying that, listen, Winter, everybody's on pretty much against you. No shit, Monique. Because for someone who's been friends with her for 16 years, you couldn't even give her a fucking bone. You just sat there and laughed. And she said, listen, at the end of the day, I've apologized to Ashley. She's apologized to me. That was the whole point of us having that dinner. I said some nasty things to you. You said nasty things to me. So then Tasha said, and I apologize for that direct statement. I do. See, Winter has apologized more than once already throughout the entire episode. I want her to stop apologizing. I want her to stop. Tasha asked, why are we here? Then, ding dong, Kevin is here. Chris didn't know Kevin was coming. You did know. Why would he not come? And he know Winter's coming. You did know. Moving on. And Winter said, where does it end? I cannot sit here and cry about it. What was said is what was said. Okay? So then Chris introduced Kevin. Winter is disgusted. She's like, oh my God, why is this man here? Kevin has a huge smile on his face. He has not seen Winter since July. Hello, Grumpy, did you hear that? Monique wasn't lying when Winter told her she hasn't seen him since July. And she's not even looking at him. She's on her phone. He says, how are you? She said, you can have a seat. And the fact that he walked in as if nothing has occurred for the last 9 months, fine. She said, Winter is here. Get ready to meet this Winter, okay? So, Quick and Ashley, Grumpy and the aggressive one, are now wanting to ask a whole lot of questions about Kevin. How they got mad about how their issues got come out. Then they want to go ahead and keep it all going towards Winter and Kevin. And he said, do you anybody have any popcorn? Let's get some popcorn. Because he cannot wait to see what's going on between Kevin and Winter. Chris wanted to make certain that nobody was going to make a mockery of the situation. There will be no ganging up on it. But I felt like everybody's ganging up on Winter not too long ago, Chris, and you didn't say nothing. You sat there. Monique, y'all sat there and let everybody come at Winter for no reason. But you want everybody to give grace to Kevin, who's a liar and a scammer? Okay. So let him tell his side of the story. There's no side. He's lying. So Arena asked Kevin, how does it feel to see Winter in the first time in months? He said he misses her. Winter said, I don't miss him. And I will not take your feelings away from him. He hasn't seen her since last July. She said, because you left. He left and moved back with his parents. I didn't kick him out. But he left because he did not want to answer for the things that he's done. So Array and Ashley asking a whole lot of questions. He has a whole lot of paperwork with him. And Ashley said, is that a love letter? If you have one, I would love to read it. See, this is shit we talking about. How Ashley is so involved in somebody else's situation that she says she doesn't care about, she's bored of, but she wants to still be nosy. Quick, Grumpy, same thing. Are y'all still married? They said yes. Quick, did you scam her? He said no. Ashley's asking him, are you living in your mother's basement? Chris, can y'all stop? Y'all asking too many questions. Let the man speak. No. You didn't stop them from questioning Winter. Why you want to now tell them to tell them to stop asking him questions? At the end of the day, we know what they're doing, but y'all don't want to say nothing. Y'all don't want to say, hey, stop. No, y'all want to allow them to be messy. Y'all want to allow them to be wrong and not say nothing. Chris wants to give Kevin the benefit of the doubt. He wants to support him and defend his side because of all the information that was presented. There was no information presented. He's a scammer. Monique is pretty much like, you can say what you want to say, but you're not above anybody, especially scamming. So he brought back the same ebook that he brought the first time. Winter said, I know you did not print out the book that neither one of us wrote, but it said by Winter Williams. You know good and goddamn well that you can't transcribe what I said and put it in a book form. It's a free gift from a master class. So she didn't write that book. He didn't write that book. She did a master class. They ghost written her words in a speaking form now into a book form. So I think that Kevin is super slow. It's not even here. He said it was a live interview. How was it a live interview? That it was a master class. And She said, was this before or after I found you were embezzling money from your company? Allegedly. And did anybody hear Quick in the background asking him, is he still living with his mother? Shut up, Grumpy. So she said, let's be clear. Was it before or after I found that out? He's not trying to answer the question. He wants to go around it and ask a direct question after it. She said no, because he wants to go to his escape plan and ask about something else or talk about something else that has nothing to do with the direct question she asked him. And everybody caught it. They all caught him trying to escape. They all caught him trying to move away. They said no. Answer the question. Was it before or after I found out you were allegedly embezzling money from your company? So that ebook was written in October of 2020. He said it wasn't. Monique looked at the bottom of the page. It was copywritten of 2020. And Winter is catching Kevin in his lies. And then you see Ashley talking to Grumpy. I don't even like this bitch, but she right. You never liked it in the beginning. But you're now seeing how she can check somebody, right? So I found out you were embezzling money of June in 2021. So he wants to get something straight. He wants to talk because he feels like he's not getting a word. And she says, no, you want to dominate the conversation with lies. I'm not allowing it. Ashley being more nosy, wanting to know about what's going on. Is he living with his mama? What's the information? What's the story? I know the presentation. What's going on? I want yes or no answers. And he pretty much told Ashley to hush. And Quick didn't say nothing. She wanted clear yes or no answers from Kevin. And if he's not doing this, then that's over and done. I've heard enough and I'm done. But I just didn't like the fact that he did not check Kevin about how he wanted to shush his wife. Why didn't you not check on him about how, hey, I see you getting your point across, don't shush my wife, okay? She's trying to ask you a question, you can answer this question. You didn't even do that. So you had no smoke for a man, but you had smoke for a woman. Okay, Grumpy, I see you. And then, of course, how she has a headache and she's bored. You sure? You are exhibiting what not bored is. You're exhibiting what nosy is. You're exhibiting what I want to be involved. You're not exhibiting what bored is, Ashley. So they left, and um she's over and done with. She decided to leave and go upstairs and how everybody pretty much excuses themselves. And why would someone bring a whole lot of paperwork for a crab boy? What does that give you, a scammer? And then how she said, at this point, I don't care. I said, Ashley, I can't tell if you do. Because I feel like you do care. Saying that you don't care, I can't tell. And how she called Winter stupid for marrying a scammer. And that Kevin's a liar. And that everybody wants to get it from the table, but nobody else did it first. So they were the one who did it first. So Quick's talking about how he likes Winter now. But we don't like her to be a friend, but we like how she stood up for herself. Winter's downstairs saying that we were in post-marital counseling for an entire year of our marriage. He said it was because of she did not want to live with him because of his age. She also said, I would not have walked down the aisle if it was because of your age. Try again. So Arena, Jamie, Tasha, and her husband, they go upstairs. They felt like it was too much. Ashley had a problem with Arena apologizing and forgiving Winter because she wanted Arena to still be on her side, following her, right? But Arena said, I don't give a fuck, which means, girl, I have to say sorry because I'm going to look like a fucking hater. I'm like a fucking bully. They're going to look at me like I'm crazy, so I have to say sorry. So I'm sorry, girl. That's pretty much what it was. Like, don't kick me out of the friend group yet. Follower vibes, because Winter called it from the beginning. Arena's a flip-flopper, and she is. So basically, I feel like the camera crew did not want to stay upstairs to watch them talk about the situation. They wanted to still stay downstairs filming the remainder of the conversation between Kevin and Winter, right? So Chris and Monique still stay at the table. They never moved. And do you not see Monique still eating? And they wanted to know, can we get up? She said, no, I want you to stay. I want to have witnesses because he's lying. And then she said, I would have loved to reconcile with a man that I thought was an architect who graduated from the University of Maryland. And after all of that, Ashley was the first to volunteer to go downstairs, but she wants to be nosy. Of course, and you shouldn't have got it from your seat, though. If you wanted to say how you wanted to give them space or you were tired, you were bored, you didn't stay seated for long. You didn't stay how you were bored for long. You instantly took a second and said, let me go back downstairs because I know I want to know. I just wanted to say that so I don't look like I'm just all up in somebody else's business, but you are because you want your business to be out there, though. And when she said she could have reconciled, he wanted to walk next to her. She said, you need to go the opposite direction. I don't want to be anywhere near him because you're not right in the head. You're not up here. There's something wrong with you. And you lied about too much stuff. He said, what have you heard me lie about? He said, I've never said I was a licensed architect. I've never said it to anybody. You forgot you were an architect? What the fuck is going on here, Kevin? You don't know what you do? What are you? What are you? She said, somebody give him his assistant living nurse and give him a pen. He needs to sign. And then Winter starts singing. Let me see if I can get this right. You need to sign my papers and give my divorce. You need to sign my papers and give my divorce. Cause you've been lying for the last 2 years. You need to sign my papers and give my divorce. Hey, cause she started walking around singing her little diddly, and I loved it. Ashley started dancing, Monique started doing the beat. Kevin trying to still plead his case, it's not working. And the whole time he's trying to talk, Winter's still singing. It's gotten hilarious. It's gotten funny. Chris and Monique talking about how they uncomfortable, but she got vocals for days. Yes, she does. So she said, "You've been lying before you got here. You've been lying for these last 2 years. You need to sign my papers in, give my divorce." And she ended it with, "Somebody give him a pin up in his place." I said, "Come on, Winter. Come on." Y'all, I rewounded this scene more than once. This song has been stuck in my head since yesterday because I loved it. I loved it. I could not get over this scene. This scene was epic, okay? Epic, epic, epic. Y'all, if y'all don't bring back DC, put Winter on another reality show because she is TV gold, okay? So Ashley took this time to bring Winter to the side to say, you know what, under all of this was somebody that I liked. And we could have been great. Winter thought the same thing. I thought we were good right after that conversation with Monique. And Ashley said it was because you called my husband fun size. But again, Ashley, weren't you laughing about it though? Like you have so much energy for somebody that doesn't even need it. You need to give it to Monique. Wanted to know why you wanted to know that. But again, Winter apologized. I want her to stop apologizing. And she said, "Listen, I really wish that could have been addressed the night that we had dinner because I thought we were fine." So Ashley admits that her and Winter had a rocky start. If they met under different circumstances, they would have been friendly, not friends. I don't know, Ashley. I feel like you might would have the same interaction because you had an issue with her from the beginning. When you first saw her and said you were bored. So then they figured after lunch, it would have moved on for them to being more positive, more encouragement. And that's all Winter is. But she said, "I did not feel it. I didn't feel the positivity. I didn't feel the encouragement." Winter admits, "You didn't feel it. You didn't get it because I was triggered by our encounter. I was triggered by our altercation the night before." And she admits that she came up with the comment about Quick because of what he said to her. I wasn't trying to hate him. I wasn't trying to call him out. It was a retaliation because he made the comment about her being a relationship expert. And you knew where that came from, though, Ashley. You said it to, I think, Monique or Arena, that why she would call him DJ Fun Size was because he made a comment about her being a relationship expert. So you knew where it came from, but you still laughed about it. So I feel like, what's the purpose of holding on to a fucking nickname if you laughed about it? Which means I want to create more issues. I want more drama. I don't want my shit to be out there. So I'm going to go ahead and create a drama with somebody that I am intimidated by, pretty much. And considering the fact that, she came, no, Ashley's taking it to heart about the comment, right? Because she laughed about it. But then she said, you became my husband. And I feel like as a wife, you come my husband, you come at me. I'm totally with that though, Arena, ride for your man. But if your man is not showcasing any signs of him being bothered by that comment, I'm not going to show no energy. But it showed that you and Quick came up with a plan to stay bothered, to stay mad about a comment, and carried on. Because I don't see how, when you know your husband is short, he knows he's short. So why would that affect him? I guess it did. And she said, "I would get it too if I was still with the winter swilling down there, but I'm not. But I get you though." Kevin's still trying to defend himself. I think Monique was full and drunk to even give any sense of what was going on. Because she wants to know, what can you do? What would you do to move forward? Because this is too much. So she got up and she checks on Winter. Winter about how she left before Mexico, had a conversation with Monique about how what she's been going through, right? And it affected me. It changed me. It made me to a person I did not want to be. And I'm happy that Ashley pulled me to the side. So she apologized again because she did not expect for it to go down this way. She would like to start over. And she appreciates Ashley being her backup choir. And Ashley said, "Listen, I don't have to like you. I don't have to know you. But if I feel like you're going through some BS and somebody's come with the BS and you're on the island by yourself, I'm going to defend it." And knowing this man for only an hour, I can see he's not to be trusted. How did you fall for him? How did you get swindled? I really want to know how this affected you. She said if he had came at her from a business aspect, she would have caught the signs. But he didn't. He came on as a man of God, a man of faith, heavily invested in what she was into. And he came in and created a perfect storm. Got him with her friends and family. And before I can see what was happening, I was already knee deep in. And then Monique said she was too tired. She couldn't deal with him anymore. And Kevin walked away saying how he wanted to say a whole lot that he didn't get to say in the last 9 months. And he wanted to present the facts. But I don't know what facts was being said because Winter shut all that down. And then it ended with, "You need to sign my papers and give my divorce." Y'all, that was the it. That was it. That was in the episode. We got one more episode, and then that is it. That's the season finale. I was here for this episode. I'm telling y'all, this song is stuck in my head. Winter. I want this song to be dropped. Dropped because this is a hit. Okay? Get this record going, please. All right? But y'all, that's all I have. Please stay tuned for next view, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.